Hi everyone, today on Hello Susan we're going to go over how I made the fake bakes, and I'm going to do some demonstrations and tutorials. It's going to be so fun. I'm so glad you're here. We've got 5 different fake bakes that we're doing today. Okay, so number 1, the first thing that I did was I bought this sign from Dollar Tree. It did not have the frosting around the edges and it did not have the roses at the top, but it was super cute, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, what can I do with that? Sorry, everything has to be horizontal here. Anyways, and so I brought it home and I kept looking at it and thinking about it, and finally I decided I was going to trim it in frosting. So this is pink frosting. Let's see. Let me see what tip I used. I used the 1M right here. And then I did also right here on the flowers. I used a Russian tip. That's this right here. Let me see where I can get so you can see how it looks. There you go. And it's larger. And well, let me get my stuff. I'm sorry. I got so much stuff sitting around me so I can go over everything with you. I don't want you to not know what I did. So I made my frosting, put it in my bag. This was my tip, and on a piece of cardboard covered with wax paper, I just made them, and then I let them dry so that I didn't have to do that on my projects, because, you know, I'm new to this and I didn't want to make a mistake. After you get that far, you don't want to have a mistake. So this is, I did some leaves also. Got everything stacked up around me here. Okay, so here's the leaves, and this is the tip that I used for that. It's a leaf tip. So I did a whole piece of paper with wax paper on it, and did a whole bunch of leaves and let them dry. And then when I was ready to do the flowers at the top, I didn't have to worry about messing anything up. And so what I did was I used my 1M in the same frosting right here, and I just did the rose pattern, so it's just a swirl. And then I set the little pre-made flowers on top, so then it turned into a bigger rose. And then I stuck the little leaves in around it, and then I put glitter all over it. And let's see if I've got my glitter up here. No, I don't, but I'll show it to you because I'm going to get to a next step, and it's the diamond dust. And so I just sprinkled it with glitter, and then I just let it dry. And then I added this pink and white striped ribbon and tied a bow, and then I hung it on my wardrobe. So if you see these at Dollar Tree, pick one up. The next thing to talk about right here is the cupcake. Let me move this out of the way. Put that right there. So this is a pre-formed cupcake that I bought, and I bought it on Temu. And so this is what it started out as, and it's styrofoam. And then I just frosted the top with yellow, and then I put a tip on the star tip that is this one right here. It's an open star tip, and I put pink icing in there and went around it with that, and then added glitter. And then with the 1M tip I did the swirl, and I made these little bird nests using this tip right here. See all the little holes? It comes out looking like grass, and so I just made it into a bird nest shape. And then I had these little birds that I got on Temu, and I put that in there. And then the bottom I painted with stripes, and then added a ribbon bow. So those are super simple because you get to have the form to begin with. Alright, so that was number 2. And number 3, I want to show you is all these cookies that I made. just going to show you all the cookies and the candies individually, and then I'm going to show you how to make this little chick cookie. Okay, so these have wooden bases, and I'll show you those when I get to that section too. And I bought them at Dollar Tree and some at Temu. And I sandwiched them 3 so that they would get thick enough. And so here's the little bunny. And I put diamond dust on all of them. And the little decorations here is made out of slick. And then here's an egg-shaped one with the carrot top, and I use that grass tip to make the topper on the carrot. Here's a itty-bitty mini muffin, and I made actually I guess it's a cupcake or a muffin, doesn't matter, but I made the base of it out of foam clay and let it dry. And then I decorated it exactly the same way I did the other one, except for this nest I just put a swirl of icing. I didn't actually make a nest for it. Isn't that cute? So sweet. Okay, these are some candies that I made, and this is Model Magic, or you could do air dry clay. Well, Model Magic is air dry clay, but they also have some soft air dry clay, foam clay that I use sometimes, but this one actually was Model Magic, and I just shaped them with my hands. I didn't roll it out or anything. I just used my hands and made the shapes. And then here you see the pre-made flowers and then little bits of leaves on the edge. And these are some little candy wrappers, so they look very sweet. And then here's a butterfly. It's kind of stuck to that one for some reason. Okay, here we go. So here's the butterfly. Let me see if I can get that off. There we go. That slick, I guess, is just a little sticky. And so I just spread the icing on it, used the slick to outline it, and put a different color in the center with the slick. And of course put the diamond dust on it. And look at this cute little carrot. I love it. I used neon orange with white to get that color. And then this is the tip, that's the open star tip, and just did a lot of them on there. And then of course with the glitter. And then here's the one that we're going to make together. And this is just putting the icing on it and then using slicks to put the decorations. And then I did put some grass down here of icing. Okay, well let me get set up and we're going to make that chick. Okay, so what I did was I bought these wood cutouts. I got this at Dollar Tree. I have the carrot one came from Dollar Tree too. The butterfly ones came from Temu, and they either came from Dollar Tree or Temu. Anyway, so what I do is I take 3 of them and glue them together so that it starts being thick like a cookie. Because I actually want to make a cookie, and I thought about doing the dough, and then I thought that just takes so long to dry. These could just be instant. So that's why I went ahead and put 3 together and made them this way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to put the frosting on. Now I actually do paint this a cookie color. It's just a beigey color. And then here's my frosting. And I'm going to just put it on like if it's a real cookie. That's all you're going to do. And you can see how it adheres very easily. And I use this little spatula. And you want to press down. You don't want to be rough with it, but you also don't want to be so gentle that you don't get it stuck to the wood. And sometimes I go to the edges like this so that I can smooth it out. Okay, so if you get it to where it's not exactly the way you want it, it scrapes off very easily. And then you also can use your fingers and kind of push it in so that it stays within the shape. I do try to let the edge of it, of the wood foundation show a little bit. You also have this tool right here, and it helps you form the icing exactly the way you want it. Okay, so I've got one already done. Okay, so I got that finished, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the next step because I want this to dry before I do the next step. And I have one already that's dry. Okay, and I went ahead and put the grass on. And so I added a little bow right here, and the only thing I need to do is use my slicks to decorate. And I'm going to use this kind of grayish brownish color to do the eye. Super simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the stem for the flowers, and I'm going to use this dark green because I'm going to use some light green for the leaves. And I just start from the grass area. And pull it up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the flowers on next. I'm going to use purple. You pick your own colors and do whatever you want to do. And all I'm going to do is do some little dots. Did 5 on one and 6 on the other. And then I'm going to take the light green and add some leaves. Just want to shake this down so it gets down in the tip and gets rid of the air. And I just kind of make little leaf shapes. You don't have to be perfect. This is, you know, supposed to look like you frosted it, and that would not be perfect. And add some little leaves on the stems. See how cute? Okay, so all that's left on this one is to do the beak and the centers of the flowers. And just filling it in with the slick. Look, it's coming alive. A little dot in the center of each flower. And we're done. Okay, and now the finale. What I did was I got a wreath. And I'll show you what I got. This is from Temu. It's 11 inches big, so it's not huge. And it's plasticky. And that's what it looks like on the back. Okay, so that's what I started with. And then the ribbon that I used is this right here, and it's wired edged. And I think that you really need that so that you can make the bow stand up the way you want it to. So I put the bow and the ribbon on it first. And look at these cute little eggs. I found these on Temu. Aren't they so fun? And so I used that. I put them around the edges so that they would make the wreath look a little bigger and also give it that Easter feel. And then I have these pink flowers that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I put them around the edges. Let me hold it up so you can see it. You can see one right there and you can see one right there. But if I hold it up, you can see how I've got them around the edges. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. And then to fill in, this is from Dollar Tree also. It's a very pale lime greeny type of little flower. and I just cut them into pieces and just stuck them in so they would fill it up. But as you can see, the part that is the feature is the candies and the cookies. So here's the little chick, here's a butterfly, here's a bunny, and the carrot. And of course I've already showed you all of those. And I showed you about the candies. And then I just glued it all together and made the wreath. Isn't that fantastic? I just can't get over how much I love this wreath. It turned out so cute. And I didn't, you know, when I started making the cookies, I thought, okay, this is fun. I can put them on a plate in the kitchen, and didn't know what I was going to do. And I made 2 of everything. And then I came up with the idea from looking on Pinterest. I saw a wreath that didn't have cookies or candy. It had candy on it. And it had postcards and things like that. Very Victorian looking. And so I got the idea to do this. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. That's our 5 Easter fake bakes. Thanks so much for joining me today. See you next time. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I'm getting ready to do an Easter pouch made out of an Amazon packaging envelope type thing. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.